Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The NSAS protest has come and gone. Most people believe it has not gone, that it's still there. But one notable thing about it was that the northern youths were not a part of it because they are living in a different plane and possibly they may not have faced police brutality, though some of them have attested to the fact that they have been brutalized by policemen. But shockingly, one of the most respected governors in the north has made a statement which most Nigerians have reacted to it. For me, I feel it's totally wrong for him to make such statement. I'm talking about the governor of Borno State who has been battling the issue of insecurity. He made a statement in respect to the NSAS issue, and he said that the protest was actually meaningless and that anyone who will do such in his own state will be dealt with. And a lot of reactions have flooded it. But first of all, let's just look at exact word of the governor talking about protests, that protests must be crushed in his state if there's any attempt towards that direction. And the news have it that the governor of Borno State, Babagana Zulum, has disclosed that he has received credible intelligence of a plan-sponsored protest in the state and has instructed security agencies to crush any such plan. The governor said the would-be protesters were being paid to stage a protest in a state to condemn the activities of the military. The governor said he has ordered the security to investigate the matter to its logical conclusion and bring all involved to book. Governor Zulum said these are the stakeholder engagement held in Maiduguri at the instance of the Federal Minister of Agriculture, Baba Shihuri, where the NSAS protests were discussed. Borno State, troubled by Boko Haram, did not witness any NSAS protests nor witness the looting and mass destruction of property by hoodlums who took advantage of the NSAS protests in many other states. Governor Zulum, who commended Borno youths for not participating in the meaningless protest that was hijacked by hoodlum, said his administration would not tolerate any protest that would threaten the fragile security in the state. The governor said he has instructed the security force to crush any plan to stage any protest in Borno. It is on record that the protest against the forced use of helmet by operative of military joint task force in 2009 led to what we have as Boko Haram today, he said. Therefore, under no circumstance will I allow any protest to hold in Borno State. I have instructed the security to crush anyone with such an evil intention. Only this afternoon did I receive a piece of obnoxious information that some unscrupulous element from outside the state have arrived here trying to persuade our youths to embark on a protest. We have arrested them and the matter will be investigated to finality. Early, the minister informed the large gathering of Borno stakeholders that the president appreciates the people of Borno State for their support. The minister said the president also appreciated the conduct of the people, especially during the recent weeks. He said the president was happy with the Borno State governor's handling of COVID-19 palliative distribution, as well as recent distribution of 65 million naira cash to 3,000 women in Calabar local government area. Governor Zulum had in response stated that his government has rolled out further plans to return displaced persons in most communities in the northern part of the state. He said the state government has provided cash token of 20,000 naira to each of the 9,000 members of the civilian JTF and 50,000 to each widow of their members. The Shehu of Borno, Abubakar Gabai, also commended the president for the support his government has shown to the states. This is really not a good one, I tell you the truth, especially coming from a man of that level of knowledge, a man of that class of education, coming from him, talking about that the whatever protest that was held was actually meaningless, and being ready to deal with anyone that get involved in any protest in a state. This is totally undemocratic. This is totally unconstitutional. It's very important for us to understand certain truths and understand the tenets of democracy very well, because as the governor of a state, I feel that he does not really have deep understanding of what he's saying. I will say that with some fact. Now, one of the things that he has said, which I feel is wrong, is he's already trampling on the fundamental human right of the people there. You're controlling their mind. You're wanting them to do exactly what you feel they should do. Whether there's a problem or there's no problem, I detect what you people should do. Thumbs up for your connection with your people, for what you have done for the people of Borno State. It's really commendable. But at the same time, it's important for you to understand that we are all existing in different planes. We have different problems. In your own state, it may be Boko Haram, but in another state, in the south, it may be police brutality. We are losing young people on a daily basis to police brutality. The people didn't just sit down and wake up and said, let's fight with police or let's protest and all of that. They did it because we have seen countless cases of Nigerians losing very reasonable young men who would have added reasonable value to the economy of Nigeria. But unfortunately, because of police brutality, they were just killed just like that. Even some governors in the south can attest to the fact that what the youths were seeking for an end to the activities of SARS were actually welcome. So for you to just sit back and start talking down on the protest, that it was irreasonable, that your people, thank God your people didn't join it, and all of that, for me, it clearly shows that you don't understand what democracy is all about. And it clearly shows that you're thinking from one side of your head. You're just thinking of your own people alone. You're not looking at Nigeria. In general, we have peculiar problems. Yours, Boko Haram, out there, it could be the case of, police brutality, killings, and all of that. If you're doubting it, why not send your child down to this side and so that he can tell you what is really obtainable here in the south? Imagine if you had a son and he went out on one occasion and unfortunately was a victim of police brutality. Would you be talking what you're saying right now? For me, I am so disappointed. I'm telling you the truth. I'm so disappointed at the governor because a man of his caliber, a man of his level of knowledge, talking this way clearly shows that Nigeria, we have a long way to go. I tell you the truth, because how can you be trampling on the people's right and warning them that nobody should protest and all of that? Yes, we know that security in your area is very fragile. So kickstarting anything that will worsen the situation should not be encouraged. But at the same time, there is a way you would talk to the people and let them understand that right now we do not need protests, because in protests will worsen our own security situation. And that will be understood. Not for you to downplay and tag it meaningless protests. What people have done to see how they can return Nigeria to a very wonderful country where reasonable people are walking down the street with the hope of seeing tomorrow. It's for me, it's totally wrong. And I feel that at this point that he needs to apologize to Nigerian youths. Whoever you are today, you were once a youth. It could be the problem that is facing you today is not our own problem. It's not the kind of problem that we're having in the South. So you learn to respect the people's wish. You learn to respect what they are passing through. Please, it's important. Insecurity is your problem. But down here, you don't know what our problem is. Fulani herdsmen are there hunting. But guess what? Police brutality is another big problem, and it must be handled. Whoever that is trying to kickstart any form of protest in your state, well, you have the right to curtail them. But hey, There are certain things you must not come out open and say it and begin to generate hate in the mind of people towards you. Look at the number of youths that we have lost as a result of the protests. And they were all out there to defend and make sure that we have a better Nigeria. Please, let's just try to curtail the way we talk, even as leaders, because if we don't curtail it, it clearly shows that we can't even lead a large number of people. We can't lead the country. At one point, I think Nigerians were suggesting it should be a vice president because of the level of connection that he's having with the people. And if you cannot look at the situation in the country in general and see how you can help out, it therefore means you are not fit enough to enter into that office, to wear that shoes, you know. Well, however, that's where we would like to leave it. Go to our comment section. What do you think about the statement made by the governor of Borno State?